Genesis chapter 19 verse 29 says, "So it was that when God destroyed the cities of the valley, God remembered Abraham and sent Lot out of the midst of the overthrow when he overthrew the cities in which Lot had lived." In one of the market, an old merchant had 20 strings of onions hanging for sale. An American tourist came and asked him how much for a string of onions. The merchant replied, 10 cents. The tourist then asked how much for 2 strings, and the merchant replied 20 cents. The tourist, listening to this, now asked how much for all the 20 strings, and this was the reply that the merchant gave. The merchant said, "I would not sell you my 20 strings." Surprised, listening to this answer, the tourist asked, "Why not? Aren't you here to sell your onion?" And this was the reply that the merchant gave. "No, I am here to live my life. I love this marketplace. I love the crowds. I love the sunlight. I love to have friends come over and talk about babies and crops. That is my life. For that I sit here all day and sell my 20 strings of onions. But if I sell all my onions to one customer, then my day is ended. I have lost the life I love, and that I will not do." Let me ask you a question. What are you here for? To live your life or to sell your onions? Those who pursue this world's wealth lose the life they love. They lose time with friends, but most tragically, they lose time with God. The world that we are living is a very attractive place. It can cast a spell of enchantment upon even God's people. We can be addicted to its offers of pleasure and suffer spiritual losses just like Lot and his wife. When we read Genesis chapter 19, we see that Lot had arrived at a certain position. He had achieved his dream. He had a house in the city. Lot was no longer a nameless nomad living in the obscurity of the desert. He now had a comfortable home, and people in the city looked to him for guidance. Lot had arrived, but what did it cost him? We see in the Bible, the Lord was not there with him. Dear friends, don't give up any influence you might have for good by going after wealth or fame or comfort. Don't trade respect for riches. That's what Lot did. Lot lost his wife. Lot lost his home. Lot lost everything he ever owned. He escaped only with the clothes on his back and his 2 teenage daughters. Remember, friends, don't pursue the things of this world and lose your fellowship with God. Take up the challenge. Trade for life.